أسرفوا على أنفسهم لا تقنطوا من رحمة الله إن الله يغفر الذنوب جميعا.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of God, the Merciful, the Most Merciful, peace be with you. We talked about this spiritual journey, this spiritual experience, coming back to our heart, mastering our emotion, and trying to remove from our heart resentment, anything which has to do with judgment, and to experience forgiveness with humility. That's the process, that's the spiritual journey. And when we come to our own family, it seems that this is the space where it should be the easiest way, the easiest space to experience all this, because we love our mother, our father, our kids, our wife, our husband, and in this space, the first social space where we are experiencing love and forgiveness, it should be easy. But that's not true. And this is why we have to avoid this, theoretical discourse about, oh, family is great and everything is fine. No, some of us are experiencing harm and they have been hurt in their personal experience. Very simple things, like, for example, when you are a daughter or a son and you feel that the other is more loved than yourself, and you nurture a resentment towards your parents. This could happen. It could happen that the way you deal with your kids, it's difficult, that there are wounds that of the past and trauma that are still there within the family. And to have an idealistic discourse on family, it's wrong. But to know that the family is an essential space where you are experiencing love and where you have to try your best to, in fact, implement all what we have been saying over the months now. The way you work with yourself, the way you forgive, the way you find excuse, the way you try to explain, not to justify, to explain, and by explaining to master and to ponder and to meditate the situation. You have to do this within the family. Remember the story of Ysef alayhi salam, and he talked to his father and mother about the dream, and his father knew, don't tell them, don't tell your brothers. He had 11 brothers, and 10 of them were jealous in a way. They were not happy with him. And why? Why was it so difficult to find this space of love and understanding? When they said, إِذْ قَالُوا لَيُوسُفُ وَأَخُوهُ أَحَبُّ إِلَىٰ أَبِينَ مِنَّا, when they said, Yusuf and his brother are more loved than us, وَنَحْنُ عُصْبَةٌ, and we are more, we are many, we are a group. إِنَّ أَبَانَ لَفِي ضَلَالٍ مُبِينٍ, and our father is completely lost, he is in the darkness. So look at this story. The story of the brothers of Yusuf was a love story. They felt that they were not loved as their brothers, their two brothers. The point here is that because they were feeling a lack of love, they were ready to kill. They were ready to go very far. So love, when you feel it's missing, could push you to do things that are really, really transgressive and bad. And sometimes you can regret what you have been doing. It took, depending on the interpretations, 18 years or 40 years for Yusuf to welcome them and to forgive them. And to forgive them, meaning that what they did was really, really grave, and it was something which was so bad. But he removed from his heart resentment in order to, and he understood it's a question of love, and then know that I'm forgiving you and come back. Exactly like the Prophet, peace be upon him, when he came back to Mecca, and after 10 years of, more than that even, struggle, and they were trying to kill him, He said, أنتم الطلقاء. So my spiritual state is beyond the wounds and the resentment that is coming out of your actions. And it could happen within the family. When you deal with your mother, when you deal with your father, they may have said things or they did things that were not right. And there is a wound, there is a trauma somewhere. It could be exactly the same with your kids, what they did and the way they treated you, with your wife, with your husband. And you understand here that, yes, it's the space where it should be ideal. And sometimes it's complicated. It's sometimes complicated because we have been so close. So love could help us to forgive. And love, because we love them so much, it becomes very difficult to forgive, very difficult to forget, very difficult to deal with it out of love. So love is making things more complicated because it should not be that way. It should not. So we have, things that are said and repeated in the Islamic tradition. It's as if, oh yes, the Islamic principles are easy to implement. Yes, easy to implement, but life, it's very difficult to deal with. And this is where we are now. And this is why we have in the Quran, وَقَضَى رَبُّكَ أَنْ لَا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. It's repeated. God is commanding you to worship only Him and to be good with your parents. And اشكر لي ولوالديك, it is said, as Luqman was saying to his son, you have to thank God and to thank your parents. So this process of thanking means come with what is good first, come with what should be first, not meaning that you deny the trauma, that you deny the wounds, that you deny the fact that you have been harmed, but you are trying your best to work with your own self to go beyond what happened, to, in the name of love, try to heal the wounds coming from that love and from that relationship at the beginning. So this process, this spiritual journey, it's essential within the family with no idealization, but very deep and demanding spiritual journey. Because at the end, in the name of the love that I have towards my parents, my kids, my wife, my husband, I should heal, I should reconcile, I should harmonize what is in my heart out of peace, and to spread within my family this inner peace coming from me and irradiating all our relationships. Don't forget to tell the people you love that you love them. Life is fragile.
قل يا عبادي الذين أسرفوا على أنفسهم لا تقنطوا من رحمة الله إن الله يغفر الذنوب جميعا